Hey guys, welcome to Z's Bees. I was just down working on the hives. It's really difficult for me to film without having my brother here or someone to film. So if you're interested in ever filming for me, let me know on that. But I wanted to take a second to do a video on what the future of Z's Bees is. As many of you know, I started this as a hobby and wasn't really sure what to do. I had been planning on it for several years, doing research. I've been interested in it for a while. Well, this year it kind of came to fruition and was able to get everything set up. I started with 2 nucleus boxes. That's the little boxes with the 5 frames in it. And it really came out productive. I was able to get close to 100 pounds of honey, and there's still about probably 75 to 100 pounds on each one of the hives, or in each one of the hives right now. So where do I go from here? I want to keep it as a hobby. I thought it was really cool and really fun to support a coworker and friend of mine in the battle that he's got going on with cancer. So going forward, yeah, I want to make a little bit of money, maybe to kind of pay for what I do, but I also want to continue to give back. And so I'm always going to be constantly looking at different areas to give some of the proceeds to, should the bees produce enough honey that I can collect some. So that's going to be that. Other future planning, I have 2 people right now that I'm going to be running some hives for. They're out in the Omro area, Fremont area. One is going to have 1 hive, and I believe the other is going to start with 2. So my goal with that, and they don't know this yet, I'm going to run them, but I would love for them to get involved in it and then end up taking over. So I also see, I have a passion for this. I love doing it. And so if you have someone, or if you're interested yourself, I want to open up my hive inspection times to everyone. If you want to come over and see how it's done, or if you want to start your hives by yourself, let me know. I'd love to help you out. I'm not charging anything for it. There is different services for it, but a big thing with beekeeping is mentorship and learning from different people that have experienced things and teaching you the different ways. It's a really fun hobby. And then kind of breaking away to when I got involved in this, I didn't know really what to expect as far as the aggressiveness with the bees. How is it going to be with backyard beekeeping? I live within a neighborhood. I have people all around, across the street, everything like that. The neighbor just put in a nice pool. I wasn't sure what to expect, so I thought, no, I'm going to give it a try. But they're really calm. The yellow jackets are more annoying than anything. It's very rare that I even see honeybees up in my backyard, except for when I'm having them clean out some stuff. These fall flowers here, the mums, they're not really interested in them at all. But it's just been really good. They haven't bothered them at all. My neighbor has a big apple tree and pear tree that he said has never done any better. So if you're into gardening, if you're into that kind of stuff, homesteading, it's a really cool thing to have. So I've taken things different directions and just kind of growing this as far as the YouTube and the Facebook and stuff. And that all started kind of because of my daughter Paige. She wanted me to be a YouTube star. So she thinks that we are pretty huge out there. I think we're up to like 77 subscribers, so we're getting close to that, and she's wondering when we're going to get a plaque. So maybe tell a couple of your friends to subscribe, and maybe in about 300 years we'll be able to get there. So no, it's been really cool. I enjoy doing it. The feedback is really cool. It's a hobby of mine, so like I said, it just works out. The honey itself, I think that there is a niche for the localized honey. I'm going to end up doing a lot more of the smaller jars, which I believe I labeled them at 4 ounces if you got one of those. I weighed it out on a scale, and I think it's actually about like 5.4 ounces, so I'll probably label those as 5-ounce jars going forward. But a little bit of the bee charm on there, the label, the twine that's around there. It's kind of a cool novelty thing, and I've had some people reach out as far as wanting to give those as gifts. So going forward, I want to try and at least do a whole bunch more of those. Some other questions that were asked of me. How much honey do you get per hive? When do you expect it? How many times a year do you pull it? So most of the time you pull once a year. You can pull in the spring, you can pull in the fall, but a lot of times you wait till the end of the year to see what sort of reserves that you have when you go out. So each hive, new hives, you shouldn't really expect to get any your first year. But as they become established, there's people that have gotten over 100 pounds from 1 hive alone. So to give you an idea, I have 3 hives. My goal is to run 4 hives down the hill here. So there's a chance I could have over 400 pounds of honey next year. There's also a chance that weather doesn't work out and you end up with like 30 pounds or maybe none, because you always want to make sure that you leave enough for the bees. So that's that. So usually you pull once a year. And then how do you store it? Well, a lot of times you can store it in 5-gallon buckets. If you're big commercial, you store it in 55-gallon drums. You can let it crystallize. It's perfectly fine in there as long as the moisture content going in was good. And then when you're ready to bottle it, you reheat it up to about like 105 degrees, not too hot, or you'll change the consistency of it. And it's as good as the day that you harvested it. And really, there is no shelf life on honey. So that's that. What else? Oh, I know. I got a couple of these made because why not? Got some Z's B's t-shirts. I got just a couple made. The extra large fits me. I'm 6'5", about 265 pounds, so an extra large fit me decent. The double X was a little bit big. So I have 2 double X t-shirts. If you're interested in those and you want to promote it and you wear a double X shirt, let me know, I'll send one to you. I might just have one, I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna probably get a few more of those made. I just think it's kind of cool. It's a hobby, but it's just kind of fun to be out there doing that stuff. So keep the questions coming. I like it. I've had a lot of people reach out. Also, let me know what you're making with the honey. Are you having it on toast, on your cereals and your coffees? What are you doing? I'm always just kind of curious, more so than anything. Now, also send pictures if you're making it. I plan on smoking some ribs, and I want to use that as part of, I wrap my ribs halfway through, and I want to use some of that in there. I usually use honey, but I just want to see if I can tell a difference or not. So with that said, thanks for watching. We'll try to keep the videos coming. Right now, we're in a dearth period, meaning that I'm feeding my bees, and the bees really aren't doing a whole lot. I'm trying to get the queen to continue to lay as we go into winter. And next year, if we can overwinter all 3 of the hives, that would be great. 2 of the 3, great. I plan on then splitting the hive so they don't swarm again, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching.